Erie, Colorado and Lafayette, Colorado are growing like crazy. If you're interested in learning more about these two awesome cities and why people are gravitating to these great cities northwest of Denver, this is the video for you. Let's get started. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native of Colorado. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are catered to my most favorite places to live, to work, to bring your kiddos. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button right there, as well as a thumbs up. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. Now, as much as I love making these videos for you, I love helping you more. So if you do need my assistance, please reach out to me anytime. My contact information is right there. All right, so people are moving to Colorado left and right, which is amazing, but they are gravitating towards, northwest area of Colorado. And more specifically, I get a lot of calls about Erie, Colorado and Lafayette, Colorado. So today I'm going to be talking about these two specific cities and why people are choosing one over the other. So I actually do live in Erie, so I do know it very, very well. I grew up in Colorado, so I frequent Lafayette all the time. In fact, Lafayette and Erie are literally only a couple miles apart from each other, so I did want to talk about the differences. So why would somebody consider one over the other? Well, let's first start off as saying that they're pretty much the exact same size and population. Both of them are hovering right around 27,000 people. So you're not going to get one drastic change over the other if you chose, Erie over Lafayette or vice versa. So they both are relatively small. Both of them do offer that small town feel. You have the downtown area. Usually your downtown strip, Erie is going to be on Briggs Street. Lafayette is going to be down Public Road. So both of them do offer, the mom and pop type of places, the cool little boutiques, the breweries, the cool restaurants, all of that good stuff. So why would one person choose one over the other? Well, I think personally, right off the bat, it's going to be price point. Now, I did just look it up just to make sure, and as of, well, it's July 1st right now, so July 2022, the median house price on both areas was hovering right around $750,000 to $800,000. Now, that's, both areas are going to be right around the same, but one thing I do know for a fact is you're going to get more for your money in Erie than you do in Lafayette. And what I mean by that is Lafayette is going to have, for the same price point, is going to be either smaller houses, older houses, or they're going to be maybe townhomes, things like that. For, $700,000 in Erie, typically you're going to have something a little bit newer, probably going to be right around 2010 and newer. There's a lot of new build construction going on. I mean, I think there's like 5 different builders that are actively building in Erie right now, starting right around that same price point. So you're going to have a much newer community, a much newer house, and a lot of those communities will have like rec centers and pools, all of that kind of community feel within Erie. Now, Lafayette has the older homes, really a lot older homes. A lot of them, especially if you're going up and down Public Road, they're going to be built in the 50s and the 60s, but even still, majority of Lafayette is going to be right around in the 80s and 90s. Now, there are some builders that are building in Lafayette for sure. Those are going to be in the higher end of the price point, and those homes are going to be really small for what you get. For $750,000, $800,000, you're looking at about 1,400 square feet. So it is going to be quite a bit smaller to live in, or to a house in Lafayette than it is in Erie. However, the price points are going to be right around the exact same. One good thing or great thing I think about Lafayette compared to Erie, and I guess it just depends on what type of lifestyle you want to live, but in Lafayette, you're going to have more of the bigger box stores kind of thing, the more shopping. There's a large hospital out there. Good Sam's is going to be out there. And you're going to be really, really close to the Flatirons Mall, which is actually in Broomfield, but you're very, very close to that. You're going to be right off of Wadsworth or 287 and then Highway 36 or the Boulder Turnpike. So you're going to be really close to that area as far as commuting if you need to get down to Denver or even out to Boulder for that matter. But I feel like there's just a lot more kind of going on maybe in Lafayette. I wouldn't say a lot more, but there's definitely more growth in Lafayette than there is in Erie. Now, Erie, I will say there's probably more residential places than there are shops and restaurants. Now they are trying, and we keep on trying to get them to bring stuff in, but it is a slow go for sure. We have every dentist probably in the state of Colorado all located in Erie, but we are very lacking in restaurants and in shopping. So all you're really gonna have is the downtown area. They're really great restaurants, don't get me wrong, they're really, really good, but they're not as, you know, they're not chains for sure. There is no chains in Erie, which is great. Whereas in Lafayette, you get the Chili's and, you know, things like that. Qdoba and Chipotle, all that kind of stuff is going to be in Lafayette. Now, they're only going to be a few miles apart from each other. So regardless of where you choose, you're going to be really close. And so they are going to be, both are going to be great as far as commuter locations if you work in both Boulder or Denver, to be honest, because Erie is going to be just a little bit north of Lafayette, but only by a couple miles. And it's only going to take you about 30 minutes to get into Denver, right off of I-25. And then about, I don't know, 20 to 25 minutes to get into Boulder. Lafayette is going to be only about 20 minutes to get into Boulder and about 30 minutes to get into downtown as well. So both of them are going to be great locations if you know, live or actively go to either one of these cities quite a bit. Both of these cities are going to be really, really great to commute to. One thing I will say though is Lafayette is going to be a little bit closer to like an RTD system or a park and ride. There's several of them located in the Broomfield area. So if you're someone who doesn't drive and you utilize the buses, Lafayette might be a little bit better of a pick because those actively, I see those buses running all the time in Lafayette. Erie, not so much. Also, I will say, as far as Erie is concerned as well, if you rely on Ubers or Lyft services, it's a little bit harder to get them in Erie. Lafayette is super easy to get them in Lafayette because it's just, there's more going on. Just be honest, there's just more going on in Lafayette. So if you utilize those services, Lafayette's going to be a better choice for you as well. Now, both Lafayette and Erie are gonna both have their cool small town feel about them. So both of them hold, you know, farmers markets and parades and, you know, activities year round. So you don't have to worry about that whatsoever for either one. So you do get that feel regardless of which one you chose. I will say in Lafayette, the main street is going to be a little bit busier, especially probably on the weekends, mainly because there's a lot of church traffic. So Lafayette is the headquarters or the main hub of the Flatirons Church, which is a very large community church out here in Colorado, but their main location is in Lafayette. And to get to it, one of the main drags to get to the campus is going to be right through Lafayette. So just know if you live in that main downtown area, you're gonna hit a lot of the traffic down there. But you also have, you know, there's an outdoor pool area right along the main strip too. You have the recreational center in Lafayette, which is really, really cool. That area is awesome. Erie, to flip-flop, Erie has an Erie Rec Center as well. They don't have an outdoor pool area. They only have the indoor one. So that is kind of a drawback there, but honestly, I don't know. They have a really cool, now that just opened, Erie has a really cool bike park, skate park. There's a bunch of baseball fields out there, soccer fields. So all of that kind of stuff is going to be in the Erie area. Both of them are going to be extremely family friendly too. So I will say probably if you're a family, both of them are going to be great. If you're a single person, I would lean probably more towards Lafayette than I would Erie, just because I feel like Lafayette has a little bit more to offer. Single people, I see them hanging out, going to the bars and restaurants and stuff like that more often than I would in Erie, just because you see like the little kiddos all over the place in Erie, and it's definitely more suburbia feel than I would say Lafayette is. Overall, I think both cities are going to be amazing and fantastic. I think both of them have a lot to offer. It's just going to really determine on what type of house you want. I mean, honestly, that's really, in my opinion, the biggest factor is whether or not you want to be a little bit closer to Boulder. Be definitely in Boulder County, which is going to be more expensive, and that's where Lafayette is. You're going to have a little bit smaller house or an older house. And then again, if you're okay with, you know, being in Erie, which is going to be a little bit newer, same price point, but a little bit newer. Parts of Erie are going to be in Boulder County. Other parts are going to be in Weld County. So that's something that you should probably research as well, or even reach out to me and I could help you distinguish the differences between the two on that as well. Different school districts and taxes and all of that good stuff. But other than that, I think they're both great. Regardless of honestly what city you live in, you'll probably frequent them both a lot. So it really doesn't matter. Please reach out to me anytime if you have any questions regarding Erie or Lafayette or any other city for that matter. That is what I'm here for. I would love to talk with you. I love talking to everybody and helping them move to Colorado. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.